and welcome to Unsettled JD. Today is day 14 here at the Leatherback Trust Organization, and today is my day off on the lovely Monday. So I slept in, I read my book, I did all my goals, I did laundry, took a shower, washed my hair. And then I wanted to go down to the restaurant, Casa de Mar, for Wi-Fi, but they were closed. So that was unfortunate. I really wanted a rum and coke, and French fries, but no, everything was closed. So I just came down to the beach, and it was hot. It was a hot day, so I just came to the beach, found some shade and read, and then watched a bit till the sunset, because I obviously had to be back at camp for 6 o'clock for dinner. And then so after dinner I finished my book, because I only had a couple of chapters left and it was getting to the good part, so I read my book basically all night. So that was my day. I put laundry away, and we're getting a new person, so I have to switch my room on the Tuesday, and so I figured I would move the stuff that I don't need into the room with Karina. So tomorrow I will be sharing a room with Karina. So easy day for me, so didn't do anything with the turtles or anything. So I will give you, I guess, an in-depth explanation to morning walks. So morning walks are very easy. We wake up at 5 in the morning basically, and then we get changed, obviously brush your hair, brush your teeth, put some clothes on. It's still a little cold in the morning, so we're usually wearing a sweater, and it's still dark out, so we also have our head torch, and then we walk to the beach. And once we get to the beach, we have to turn our lights off. Usually, it depends on who I'm with. With Kayla, it's usually still like dark. If I'm with Irene or Karina, it's usually a little bit lighter out. So we go to the beach and we head north first. So basically, when we get to the beach, we're looking for a couple of things. So first, we look for baby tracks. And then we follow the baby tracks into an indentation, and then we basically mark, to put a circle and then a stick in, and then we try to identify it. So there's like the three. I was gonna say I've only really seen the green turtles, because those are obviously the most plentiful on the beach. So they're just quite easy. The Laura or the olive ridleys they're small, because the babies are small, and they're really like curvy. And then I think we've just found a beulah, and theirs are quite big, but I'm not sure. Guess we'll find out in a couple of days which one it was. So that's basically what we look for. So we mark it. So when we mark it, we then have to excavate that nest in 2 days, because we give them 2 days to all hatch out, and then we count the shells, obviously with excavation. Okay, so then we're also looking for the big turtle tracks of the 3 turtles. We try to differentiate them. Obviously, most of them are the green turtles, but usually anything that's basically small and not far back is usually the olive ridley. And then I've never seen the leatherback in the morning. I've only seen them at night, but they were also very big and very because those turtles are massive. With the olive ridley, it's kind of like I want to say like waxing on and off. It's kind of like this, because the green turtles are like. The other ones, are different. So once we find the tracks, we have to see if we think it was a false crawl or if they laid eggs. Sometimes you can't tell the difference. Usually false crawls you can tell because it's still on wet sand, or it's like gone up, or you can tell if it's a body pit, and then we kind of see what the nest looks like and find the nest or body pits that they've left behind. Usually if you can tell that it's a body pit, I'm just gonna say it's normally a false crawl, because normally if they've dug it, like they cover everything up and it looks quite smooth. So when we look to see if there was if there's predation from animals, or if poaching. And so that's our morning walk. So normally we walk along the edge of the wet and the dry sand, so that we can see. Yeah, so that's our in-depth. So we do north and then walk down south and then we're free. It doesn't take that long, usually a little over an hour to get to the beach just after 5:30, and usually we're at the end before 7. So yeah, so because we walk really slowly because we want to make sure that we kind of see everything, because sometimes it's hard to tell between the crabs and the baby turtles, because sometimes you might only have like maybe one that goes out instead of a whole nest, so you have to be like look very closely to make sure. But most of the time when the nest is hatched, you can tell it's a nest is hatched because there's so many baby trails. Okay, so that is our in-depth look at our morning walks here at the Leatherback organization.